Good morning, good afternoon, good evening internet, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Economical Rides. So yes, we're back on the trails. After the 15th of October, we were allowed back on the trails. So here we are. And I've got a little bit to talk to you about today. So I thought, well, let's combine a trail with a bit of a chat. And because I'll be talking, and it's the first trail I've ridden since June when the ban started, I'm going to take it easy today. And I'll be riding a trail that I'm familiar with, and yeah, come along for the ride. As you can see here, we've had 2 nights ago we had a lot of rain, so hopefully things won't be too bad. It looks like the trails are still pretty firm. So yeah, lots to talk about, so let's get started. So first of all, I've just got back from a trip to Germany. I've been away for 2 weeks, which is why I had that 1 week where I had to make 3 videos. I had to make a video for that week and then 2 further videos for the 2 weeks where I was going to be away. So yeah, that was the reason why I had a stressful week that week, having to make 3 videos. Yeah, the trip to Germany, 2 weeks. I will be doing a little travel vlog about that trip. It won't be motorcycle based because I didn't take the bike. Obviously it was a work trip, so I flew, but it wasn't totally in vain because the first ever Economical Rides social took place whilst I was in Germany. I know, amazing, right? In Wuppertal of all places. I knew I had a couple of German viewers from that neck of the woods. I think we need to hold right here, yeah. And before I left for Germany, I said, hey guys, I'm going to be in Germany. It's a bit chewed up around here. I'm going to be in Germany then and then. Would you like to meet up? And they agreed. So I arranged to meet up in the Brauhaus in Wuppertal. Ooh, this is the rough bit, I remember now. You can see where the rain's washed a lot of this away. So yeah, we did actually meet up in Wuppertal in the Brauhaus. We had a nice evening, chatting, getting to know each other. So that will be a part of my travel vlog, covering that little event that we organised. So thank you, Stefan, Michael, Angelika and Beate, and you will be featuring in that video, of course. So when I had to do 3 videos in that week, that's when I came up with my little series, Other People's Lives, and those videos seem to have gone down quite well. So we'll be doing some more of those, and some other channels will be getting a mention, I'm sure. So thank you very much for your positive feedback on that little series. I wasn't expecting much, but well, this is a bit rough today. Yeah, it appears that you like those videos, so we should do some more of those in the future. So yeah, I think this trail would have been nicer about 3 days ago before we had all that rain. So I just have to watch out for the ruts and try and pick a fairly safe line through. But it's great to be back out on the trails with Norman. Brilliant, finally. Norman's actually due a service in about a week. I need to book that in. That will be a 6-month service. and then we should be good to do a fair bit of trail riding this winter, autumn, winter, hopefully, all things being equal. So I followed up my videos, other people's lives, by demonstrating my new drone. And I didn't actually mention in that video, I've subsequently added it to the video description, but in that video I didn't actually mention what kind of drone it was. Well, it is a DJI Mini 3 Pro, and yeah, I'm very happy with it. I got it for about €100 less than regular price, because the Mini 4 Pro was just about to come out, so that was fair enough. Saved myself a few quid. The Mini 4 is probably better, but the Mini 3 does everything I need, so I was happy to go with the Mini 3 Pro. Now, I won't be doing any drone footage today, unfortunately, because, believe it or not, this area actually has a no-fly zone. That's because the Forest Fire Prevention helicopter station is not too far away. That's in Saron. So anywhere near to Saron, you can't actually fly a drone. So we won't be doing that today, unfortunately, but there are plenty of other places where I can fly. And that no-fly zone, funnily enough, extends almost to my house. I could just about fly out from my front garden, and then I already get onto the edge of that no-fly zone, so that was interesting to discover. And that's something people should be aware of, actually. If you buy a drone, make sure that you can fly it where you're intending to fly it, you know, whether that's near where you live or whatever, because if, like me, you're near to a helicopter station or something like that, or an airport or a military base, you might find that you actually have to drive for an hour and a half before you're even allowed to put the drone in the air. So that's definitely something worth considering. There are various places online, various apps, which will tell you where you can fly your drone. So seriously consider checking out the ability to fly where you intend to fly before investing, let's say, €1,000 in a nice camera drone. In my case, I knew before I bought it, because I did check, and I didn't think it was too tragic. It would be nice to fly the drone here, actually, but I'm not allowed, so I won't be doing it. But there are plenty of other trails where we'll be able to put the drone up, I'm sure. So anyway, yeah, my advice for people buying a drone is definitely check that you're allowed to fly where you're intending to fly predominantly, because it's not a lot of fun if you have to drive 2 hours before you can put the drone in the air. It could become a bit of a drag. Yeah, me being me, I didn't do things by halves. Before I bought the drone, I decided I better bone up on the regulations regarding what I need to be able to fly legally. And another little bit of information for you if you're considering getting a drone. In most European countries, they've signed up to the same set of rules for unmanned aerial vehicles, and a drone like mine is actually under 250 grams, which does make it easier to fly. There's less requirements that you have to fulfill. But even with a 250 gram camera drone, the requirements are you have to be a registered drone operator in the European Union if you're in a European country, and you also need liability insurance just in case your drone does some damage to some property. So those are the requirements, and they even apply for sub 250 gram drones. I thought they wouldn't initially, but when I did my research, it turns out no, you do have to be a registered drone operator in that country or in the European Union if you're in the European Union, and you do need to have liability insurance, which obviously a lot of people probably don't bother with, but I've got it anyway. I think it was €24 per year, so it's not expensive, and I'm on the safe side. So that was what I did. I registered as a drone operator. I was able to do that online. It was a bit of a faff. It was all in Spanish, and I needed all sorts of digital certificates on my computer before they would accept me, and yeah, it was a faff, but I got it done. So that was that then. So I had the insurance, and I had the I was registered as a drone operator. Oh, and also you have to stick your registration number on every drone, so that if it flies into something, they can find out who was flying it at the time. So that's something else to be aware of. You need to put your registration number on the drone. So that was me, all legal for my class of drone, and I could have left it at that, but in the process of being registered as a drone operator, I found out that you can actually do a drone license online. It's like an online course followed by an exam, and you'd need that for a drone above 250 grams, which I don't own, but I do actually. My FPV drones are heavier than that, but I never bothered being legal with those because I only fly those in front of my garden, in the field in front of my house. So I won't be bothering anybody, and I won't be damaging anything. So yeah, so I never bothered. But then I thought, well, the FPV drones are some of them weigh over 250 grams. So if I do the test and get my license, I'll be legal with those because I have the insurance and I'm a registered drone operator. So I went ahead and applied to do the exam, and managed to pass the exam first time. So now I even have a drone pilot's license for the open category classes A1 and A3. So I'd say I'm pretty boned up on the drone laws and what I'm allowed to do, what I'm not to do, and I'm insured. So yeah, now it's just up to me not to crash, basically. And also, of course, before you fly, make sure that you're allowed to fly where you're intending to fly. And yeah, I use an app called FlySafe for that job, which seems to have most no-fly zones. It even has the helicopter one here, which a lot of apps don't have, actually. If you relied on them, you'd fly a drone here, but you're not actually allowed to because the helicopter could be flying low in this sort of area. So there you go. FlySafe is the app that I'm using. Seems to be the best one I found. There you go, Norman, get muddy. So yeah, that was my drone apprenticeship and experience. And yeah, the main reason I wanted to know about all of the regulations and then finally do the exam and pass my test was because I'm the sort of person that if somebody has a go at me for flying my drone, I'd like to be able to return in kind, but with actual facts that I'm sure of. So basically, if anyone's having a go at me because they think I shouldn't be flying there, if I know that I can fly there, I shall blind them with my knowledge, and hopefully that will shut them up. So that was the thinking behind it all. The more knowledge you have, knowledge is power and all that. So I thought, yeah, if anyone has a go at me, as long as I'm sure that I'm in the right, I'll be able to dazzle them with facts. Yeah, so this is a nice little steady trail, quite enjoyable. There's Cala Alto up ahead. Wonderful. So yeah, Norman's just over 6 months old. The 6-month service is due in a week or so. Not a lot of other news to report, really. Apart from, just before I was due to head off for Germany, actually the day before, a fellow YouTuber, Martin Trafford, Moorland Biker, I shall link to his channel in my video description. He contacted me and said, oh, I'm going to be in your area tomorrow, would you like to meet up for a coffee? Well, unfortunately, that day I was just due to head off to the airport to head for Germany. So he missed me by a day. If he'd been in touch a day earlier, we could have worked something out. But anyway, Martin's been over here, and he was in the next village to mine. I mean, he's ridden all of the roads around here. I think he saw a lot of them on my videos, and while he was down in this part of the world, decided to ride a lot of those roads. And yeah, according to Martin, he was very impressed, really enjoyed his time down here, and he's hoping to come again next year, in which case, if he does, we'll organise things a bit better, and we can meet up and go for a ride together. So yeah, sorry about that, Martin, we just missed each other by a day. Would have been great fun to go out together. He also had a Himalayan at the time. He was riding a Himalayan. I'm not sure if he has other bikes, but he was doing this tour on his Himalayan anyway. So yeah, that's it really. That was my news for this video. I've done a trip to Germany. I've given you a little bit more information on my drone and drone usage in general. And yeah, that's about it really. So I think we'll wrap this one up. We're coming to the end of the trail anyway, so that's quite good timing. You can just stick with me to the end of this trail, and I think we'll call this one a video. But it's great fun to be back out on the trails again. I'm very rusty, I must admit. I'm quite tense today. It's been 5 months or whatever since I last rode on a trail, and even then I'd only done a couple before the band kicked in. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out, doing a lot more, getting more practice, being a bit more relaxed about the whole thing. But yeah, this is a pretty trail, and I've really thoroughly enjoyed riding it again after a long time away. And next time I'm out on Norman, he should have had his 6-month service done. Right, well, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you found it interesting, entertaining. And yeah, next week's video will most likely be my little travel vlog of Germany. Yeah, depends, but yeah, I think it's most likely to be the next video along. So if you enjoyed this video, maybe check that one out. It should be fun, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I'm off home now to give Ruby a sausage. Bye bye. So Ruby, are you glad to have your daddy back?
Dunno. Got sausages?
Yeah, I have got sausages.
Oh, in that case, yeah, it's great to have you back, Dad. Awesome.
Right, now then Ruby, it's time for sausages. And these sausages are from Mark Draper. Thank you, Mark. He kindly sponsored you with some sausages.
Sausages. Oh, it's been a while. Sausages. Nice one. Thanks, Mark. Tasty sausage. Nice one. Sausage.